Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my ear. Atreides and their war levies. Look, I can get you there, but I want a little extra for the trip. All right. Doctor's up.
I calculated you. Is it done? Opportunity.
Ah, back so soon.
Hey, you again.
Yes. May I help you? Were you born under a rock? My 2-year residency at the Crystal Terrace on Kitane is the stuff of legend. Symphasia Ray and the dulcet tones. I am the #1 most requested singer on Atreides radio. And I'm told my Hello Boys hologram flickers above every bunk in the Duneman fleet. I perform here, if that is what you are. I am currently in an exclusive engagement as the headliner here. Then I can wrestle the stage away from Gurney Halleck, that is. Oh, if I took a drink from every starstruck walk-up, I could open my... Actually, I like that idea. Symphasia's Place. Hopefully I would attract a better class of customers. That's what they tell me, but... I'm not. The truth is, the Atreides are losing the war, and they know it. Of course they are. War is all about economics, and the Baron easily outpaces the Duke on that count. I hear Lady Jessica is on a grand tour of the few remaining Atreides assets and liquidating whenever possible. At the same time, the Harkonnen prepare to unveil Neo-Carthage, a monument to luxury and excess. Oh, don't be ridiculous. I am only pointing out the obvious. One cannot win a war if one cannot pay his troops.
Hello. May I help? I am the assistant manager of this. As such, I have many duties. But I mostly handle security operation. Not such a strange story. Boy grows up in a vineyard, boy go to fight in a off-world, and finally boy follows his liege to a desert hell world. A tale as old as... See. I served the Duke in the liberation of Ix and the raid on Gidi Prime before my time in the Arrakis campaign. I don't like to speak about Ix, but I will. My brother. We lose him at the retaking of the Grand Palais. Gurney Halleck, myself, and the Ixian prince in exile commandeer a suspenser barge and attack the Grand Palais from above. Meanwhile, Swordmaster Idaho, he lead the bulk of the Atreides forces in the main assault on the Palais front gates. Young Enzo was his official messenger boy, and wore the proper tabard to identify himself. The messengers are unarmed. The messenger tabard is meant to identify and protect its wearer from interference on the battlefield. The forms of Canley are clear on this, but the forms will not obey. Standing in their way was Commander Kando Garon and an understrength company of Imperial Sartukar. The Bene Tlilax who were in disarray Their authority collapsed entirely as the native Ixians begin to rise up. The Sardaukar were outnumbered and had no reason to stay in the fight. Whatever intrigue the Emperor was involved with on Ix had surely been disrupted, if not foiled utterly. But the Sardaukar do not surrender. Nor do they, it turns out, honor the forms of Kanli when they are loosed by all account. And so was caught by a dying Sardaukar and had his head. I got the taste for killing Sardaukar that day. An appetite. The War Master, Kunihalik. He led us on a raid against the Baron's secret off-book spice hoard. That one hurt the Baron where it hurt the most. The bottom line, but the best part, was that the Baron could not go crying to the Emperor, because his spice hoard was illegal. I'm afraid operational security prevent me from discussing any aspect of the War of Assassin. I do. Of course I do. Marlito Atreides does not seek his vassal's love. Only there. And that might be why he is so loved. He cares more about doing the right thing than pleasing any. Hello? May I help? I am the as a such, not such as and the final. See. Very well. None are bar from here. As long then it is not up here, friend. The none are bar from here. As long as you know your then it is not.
Welcome to the Matador Room. I am your host. The Arakeen jurisdiction ends. Beyond that line, there is only one rule. Mine. Misbehave. And I ring the bell twice. The first bell summons Ugo. Now, what are you having? It is tradition for the male heirs of House Atreides to train and master the a violent contest between men known as matadors and 600 kilos of raging. The old Duke, Paulus Atreides, was the last to pursue the sport, and he was a master. Regrettably, Duke Paulus lost his life. Doubtless the only way he'd want to go, but still, the young Duke lost his This establishment is a shrine. Welcome back. It means the Matador Room is my I hold sway here. Even the Duke respects that. Welcome back. Ugo Ferenzi, our resident doorman and wine steward. Unlike Sergeant Clagg's plebeian realm below, beer-fueled Donnybrooks are not considered a high form of entertainment. We have my acerbic wit for that. No, the Harkonnen and Atreides don't get along. Sergeant Clegg, a fundamental difference in philosophy on how this war should be prosecuted. Keep it down, friend. That kind of talk will get you hoisted from the raft. As for whether we are losing the war or not, we're certainly not winning it. And neither are the Hawk. At its highest level, war is about economics. Which side has the biggest war chest? And the Harkonnen win that, hands down. Because they can't get out of their own way and continue to undermine themselves. By my calculations, had the Baron abandoned the Neo-Carthag project and simply invested all the wasted Solaris on their war effort, House Harkonnen would have won the war in 18 months. Welcome back.
A good evening to you. It is evening. Oh, yes, well, while I do steer the wheel of many massive business ventures, my true skill and calling is in...
Why is this person speaking with us? Portafoy, would you remove them from my sight? Wait. Portafoy, disregard last order. We must not physically harm the peasants. I can already hear grandmother's lecture in my head. Oof. It appears that now that I am Imperial Planetologist, it is unseemly to harm the paws, even just for fun. Very well, what do you want? Oh, that's a story. He and his gang of Opichan thugs stalked and took me from my room at the academy. I was but a tadpole. I simply identified Portafoy as the dominant of his species and negotiated with him to betray the rest of his motley crew. And he's been with me ever since. My credentials? My birthright is the only credential I need, Paul. I am Grand Nephew to the Padishah Emperor Shaddam Corino IV. I could have Portafoy kill you right here in the open, and nothing would be... Well, that's not completely true. Someone would have to clean you up. No, I didn't say that. Don't. Did Fenric put you up to this? Damn it, he knows I claim no authority here. Another slack-jawed peon come to gawk at your betters. Portavoy, have the rabble removed, please. From whom? A fellow planetologist, you say? And you've come from the academy with a... Oh, yes, him. Oh, he's still alive, then. And he sent you with a report? Yes, Portavoy can take those for further study. And how was Derek? Is he... well... Kynes? The old planetologist. What does he want with Kynes' work? Oh, I see. I see what he's doing. He's trying to undermine me. He wants proof that Kynes wanted him in this position. He wants to show the Emperor that he's a better choice for planetologist. Well, it won't happen. Portafoy, destroy those Shigawai reels. And you, return to Derek and inform him that his request is denied. He will never have access to Kynes' research. Now, be gone from my sight. Another slack-jawed peon come to gawk. From whom? A fellow... Oh, yes. Portavoy can take those for further study. Yes, his incompetence doesn't surprise me. He seemed a rather bloodless fellow, lacking the constitution of his more virulent... Of course. And I understood you perfectly. Kynes? The old... Oh, I see. He wants to show... And you, return to Derek. Another slack-jawed peon. From whom? A fellow planetologist. Oh, yes. Him. Yes. Such a shame. I mean, excellent. Excellent that he's surviving. I'll be sure to give his report my full attention. Eventually. Kynes? Oh, I see. He wants to show the Emperor that he and you return to...
Welcome. Would you like to... How much Solaris would you like? Welcome. Would you like to deposit or withdraw Solaris?
My apologies, but I am authorized to trade only with those favored.
I am permitted to trade with those favored by the Landsraad.
Sorry, but I may only trade with those...
I'm afraid you do not have the favor of the...
How's it? You're back. You looking to kill something up close, or you're looking for a... Of course, it depends on the distance. If you're dealing with a basic room clearing situation with multiple targets, the GRDA-44, it's a high-spread scattergun that will turn a room of soft targets into a stick. With the 44, you're guaranteed to be the last hit. But if we're talking run and gunning in the Badlands, you're going to want to maximise range. For that, Choma's us covered once again with the Rapt. Everyone knows the Raptor 3 as the long... And now, the Raptor 4 is the ad... But don't take my word for... Oh wait, you can't, because they're all dead. But if they weren't, they tell you the Raptor 4 was battle tested. So, if it's good enough for the starter car, it's sure as hell good enough for you.
It's you again. Come to share your secrets this time.
Hello again.
Always good to see a familiar face. What can I do for you today? Always good to see a familiar face. What can I do for you today?
Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my ears. Where do you want to go? Well, the Harkonnens love their docking fees, so that's good.
Welcome. Would you like to deposit or withdraw? How much Thalaris would you like to withdraw?
Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my... Well, the Harkonnens love their dock. All right, suit yourself. Music to my... The basin is a pretty big place. Could you narrow it down a little? Zoe and I go back up. All right, suit yourself. Music to my... The basin is a pretty big place. Could you narrow it? I never miss the chance to let Smiley verbally abuse me. Let's move before a storm rolls in.
You're back! Did he listen? Do I have access to the research of Kynes? Why? Why does it harm him to let me see the work that Kynes was doing? Did I ever tell you why I became a planetologist? My parents were peons, planet-bound servants. But the planet we lived on was barely populated. It was an agri-world, crops from pole to pole. We were responsible for almost the entire southern hemisphere. As long as the quotas were met, we were left alone. But I thought we could do more. So I begged my parents for sugar wire reels on farming and planetology. And more, I began to understand the relationships that govern systems. I found a way to increase our crop yields by 70%. House Alexin gained wealth, and I was sent to Kytane to study planetology in Earth. But on Kytane, perhaps we should speak of this another time. This business with Cyprian, it reminds me of my time on Kytane. Bad memories. I don't want to revisit my past anymore. I'm sorry.
Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my ear? Well, the Harkonnens love their docking fees, so that's gonna cost a little extra. Oh, all right.
We don't trade with a tradie scum, or there seem...
I see you. I see you. Just a moment. You will be wanting a dram of my water. Is that right? I trace my blood through theirs, yes. But we here, I myself, have never even... Oh, I know nothing of their world. Fortunate for someone like you. This is their world. Their... Oh... I have lived here all my life. My father knew so much of this. It's been a Harco village since before I was born. But my father told me that not much before my time. It was called Gerona. Before the Harkonnen... Their name is lost to my memory. My father spoke of them many times. Father said life before the Harkonnen was hard, but not cruel. The Harkonnen changed everything. Oh, so many men. But there was one thing I still remember, because it always set my mind. He said that Harco hides a great secret. I know every old place has secrets, but this was different. If you find it, you'll tell.
Yes, I see you. State your business. This is not the den. That remains to be seen. What I can do is provide access to certain resources. If you have already got all that, I can set you up with what you need to start refining those resources. Grigori Harkonnen is the village lord. Has been for nearly 2 centuries. But since the destruction of Carthage, Glosuraban often appears. Much to Grigori's displeasure, it is said. One can easily imagine a fair number of reasons. Glosuraban is not... His presence is to the displeasure of just about everyone he meets. Whatever do you mean? I merely... Now, let us get on with it. That depends on what you are looking for, friend. Whether I tell you or not depends on how. Now? I think you'd better try again another time. I'm feeling unappreciated.
Hello. If you're planning to head out, is it not the reason we are all here? With spice, everything is possible, and it's right out there for the taking. If eager to get out there, are the riches you've dreamt of seem within reach, don't they? When you first start out, you will be able to do little more than grab it with your hands. It tends to slip through the fingers. But down the road, when you're ready, we can talk about getting your hands on it. Where there are worms, there is spice. Plenty right here. But the deep desert, out beyond the shield wall, is where the real fortunes lie. For the time being, I would leave that. You had best cut your teeth within reach of Harco. Just watch for those purple spice blows, and get in quick. Of course. Though I can see why you might think otherwise. I don't look like those other sand-eaters, right? Too young to... Yes, I will admit I'm spending less time on the dunes these days. To be honest, I've done well for myself, and avoid? Everywhere is as good as any to get yourself murdered on Arrakis. No, friend, that is not all. But I don't have all... Don't listen to a word from Asmara Effendi or any of her smuggler comrades. At least the scavengers know they are scavengers. Smugglers are hardly any different. According to them, any trade not claimed by a house is theirs. Like they are the only legitimate thieves in this world. Little emperors they are. But never mind, that is a That is Antaresbat! Vujki od Prejkai Vajdo. You are not the lion, but that is his beast.
Let's make this quick. I have a transport due any time now. Demo, Azat, and whoever you are, get out. And you. I don't know you. And that's a problem because it's my job to know everyone around here. Even the degenerate smuggler I declined to name Asmara Effendi. Of course I know that rogue. It's my job to know, and I'm good at my job. But then you come along to make me look bad in front of my superior. You were sighted fleeing the scene of a terrible crash. A prison transport, as I understand it, carrying work crews bound for Neo-Carthag. But here's the strange thing. We recovered the crew and passenger manifests. And what do you think we found? All hands were accounted for. 87 names, 87 bodies. Which brings us back to our central mystery. You. Who are you?
How did you come to be on that shuttle? But most importantly, how are you known to the Fremen outlaw Zantara?
Avdo Prejt Kiva.
The Sardaukar say he helped you, and only you.
Spado Has.
It's a shame we've not the time to dig deeper. I'm sure you would have much to share given the proper incentive. But alas, my expertise is required elsewhere. And while the Sardaukar are many things, jailers, they are not. So then, you may take your secrets to the grave. We will find and kill your Fremen confederate in any event.
No slight to you, Tors. I just thought that this interrogation might benefit from my visage. See, sub-prefect. Hypnoligation. This prisoner was deliberately layered with a compulsion, and my face is the trigger. Enough of this. So a mystery within a mystery. Who did this to our prisoner and why? And what does it have to do with Zantara the Lion? Bring them.
Fascinating. Your compulsion is designed to react only to the sight of my real face. This projection allows us to talk face to face, so to speak. I am Count Hazimir Fenring. I serve the Emperor as observer and confidant, and I keep his Sardaukar from getting too far off the leash. You've heard the expression, the spice must flow. I am the man who ensures that it continues to do so. So, having established who I am, we turn to you. An escaped prisoner, a survivor. But every person carries their past with them. Who are you?
I ain't saying shit, but I'll stay here and smoke first, man.
What is noteworthy is this sequence of events. A crashed prison transport, an escaped prisoner rescued by the outlaws Zantara. Finally, an insidious form of compulsion that forces the subject to kill themselves rather than be subject to my presence. It's almost flattering. Do you remember who gave you this compulsion? Do you know how it came to be? That's remarkable. You survived the Bene Gesserit test for humanity. There are very few who can boast of that. And then Zantara rescues you from the wreckage of the ship. Why you? What is your association with him? Truth be told, I am less interested in the outlaw. The Sardaukar want his head, but my interests rarely align with those of the Imperial Legion. No, I am mostly interested in whoever did this to you, and whether there is a way we can help each other. Exactly. You have been a victim of nefarious circumstance, and yet it is clear that you are a singularly resourceful individual. A survivor. I can use someone like you. Someone who can survive in difficult situations. And in return, I promise you answers. For now, do nothing. Enjoy your freedom. But when you are ready, make your way to Hanevar's bar in Harko village. Find my contact. That will let her know who you are. Be discreet. The ones who did this to you are powerful and subtle. I cannot protect you from their compulsion. We've spoken long enough. I will have the guards return your weapons and put you out in the street. I will keep my agent apprised of what I learn. I leave you with this. Do not waste sorrow over the aristocracy of misfortune. You have your life to live.
I've been waiting for you. Keeping an eye on things. Dodging Sardaukar patrols. Making sure that everyone who was looking for me was looking in the wrong places. The Sardaukar let you go. Either you told them something valuable enough to buy your freedom, or you've been working for them all along. Which is it? You owe me a water debt, Offworlder, for dragging your carcass out of that shipwreck and saving your life. Have you no honor? Then tell me what happened in there. This compulsion. Fenring seems unusually interested in you. I warn you, Offworlder, he's a dangerous man. He's one of the best duelists in the Imperium, but he is the Emperor's right hand. A man who works from the shadows. Whoever gave you this compulsion must not want their secrets or knowledge of your mission to fall into his hands. Do nothing, Offworlder. Carry on exactly as Fenring has asked. He's almost certainly watching you. Your best hope is to do as he bids. Meet his contact. Carry out their assignments. Pay attention. Anything Fenring asks you to do will serve a double purpose. Plans within plans. I'll do what I always do, Offworlder. Make sure you don't get killed.
What can I do for you? Yes, no. What that lot believes is as hard to grasp as the war. They claim to be Fremen, but be mindful. Their leader, Nala, may not be Saidina. There remain some local town Fremen. You could ask one of them. Of course, they will tell you, you are right. This is a Harkonnen place. If I were... Now the Harkonnen regard me with hateful indifference. The status I have won by no... That, my friend, is for another time. Try to stay alive until then.
A kitten wanders in from the dark, lost and afraid. Can I help you, kitten? Kitten, if you needed to know that, you'd know. Why don't you come back and talk to me when you have something to talk to me about? Oh, look, the kitten is back. Do we have business? I like to think that Fenring has good taste in his acquisitions. But you look like a problem to me. My family has a sense for these things. My father calls it his spice nose. Knowing when a job is going to go bad. And you're bad news. My father prefers that other people don't discuss his business. But my name is Alara Tuek. I'm here to hold your leash, kitten. Oh, not me, kitten. This is Fenring's show. He wants you to do a little wet work. Assassination. Straight from the handbook. Educational and thrilling. Oh, it's a boring old book from almost 10,000 years ago. A list of ways to kill people, and the weapons you can use under the Great Convention. Oh, his instructions were very specific, kitten. You're going to learn the how and why of the Assassin's Handbook. Ready to get to work? I have two names to whisper to you, kitten. The Glutton and the Paranoid. Which do you want to hear about? Oh, look, the kitten is back. Do we have business? I have two names to whisper to you, kitten. The Glutton and the Paranoid. Which do you want to hear about? A new leader has risen amongst the slavers of the Haga Basin. We know almost nothing, except this. The Assassin's Handbook teaches us of chaumas, poison in the food. Take this file, find this leader, and poison his food. Your way has been prepared. Our agent, Petir, hides among the slavers. Find Petir, and he will tell you what he knows. If you are caught, you do not know me. You have never heard the name Fenring. Do you accept, kitten? Then go, kitten. Show them your claws.
I've not seen you before. If you are asking where my allegiance lies, my sisters and brothers are smugglers. I'm with them. By being reliable. By being more than a common thief, like Einar over there. Not the word I would use for that thieving addict. But yes, the spice prospect. Of that I have no doubt. He is the kind to put... Who can say? Perhaps they're in the sand. Perhaps not. Some say they will return by being reliable. Still alive, are you?
And what are you supposed to be? I am the one asking the questions. A trade implies an exchange of equal value. Show me yours, and let us start with who you are. You are a fool swimming in deeper waters than... If you're on Fenring's radar, someone is probably watching us right... You're back.
Gone.
You're back.
Gone.
You're back.
You look a little lost, friend. You got music to my ears. The basin is a pretty big place. I never miss the chance to let Smiley verbally abuse me. Let's move.
It seems we both...
That's really shit. Been sure for a little bit. I'll do this a little bit. See how it goes. I just gotta start processing the YouTube video. servers. Okay, just gonna make sure this is on. Pretty sure I exported all the training.
Huh? Who goes there? Interloper! Someone found them! A shield on! Interloper! Enemy shot! Shields out! Yourself. Shield on.
Shield on!
There's someone here.
Leave me alone. Unless... Are you... Oh, thanks, the Emperor. Tell Ilara that I am done. I cannot do this kind of work anymore.
There's someone here.
Here, take the blasted key. But I... Go and do what...
Reveal yourself. Huh?
should have washed yourself in blood. Charm us. Poison in the food. Most poisons don't work on Arrakis. The spice protects. I wonder if the one who sent you here knew that. Or if they had plans within plans. This hunger I have, it isn't natural. It controls me. It compels. Do you ever feel compelled? What? Are you driven by something you cannot define? Do you control it? Or does it control you? Your sweetmeats will make us sweet meat.
just knew it was on her.